Hello viewers, Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. How are we all today? Wherever you are in the world when you're watching, a huge shout out to you. Thank you for joining me today. I want to do something a little bit different. I want to use my Tarot of the New Vision, which is a really interesting deck because it flips everything around. And you really can use, you've got an opportunity to come at things from a different way. The Knight of Swords, for example, you can see Knight of Swords, galloping forward with the truth. But here are soldiers here, again, carrying the truth, swords of truth, going in a different direction. So, you could say, interpret that, well, maybe you're fighting some battles on numerous fronts, or maybe the truth that you're following may not be the actual truth that matters. So with that having been said, I want to look at, for want of a better word, the villains in the piece. So, and indeed they are extremely corrupt. These are the senators that voted for, that joined the former guy in their false narratives about the US election. Senator Cruz took off to Mexico while Texas was freezing. He's the senator for Texas. Senator Josh Hawley, a junior senator from Missouri, I think he is, stood up there and objected to the certification of electoral roll votes as the Capitol was being stormed. So we'll look at those two. We'll take a look at the I was going to say Jim Jordan. I don't even know what to say about him. Other than, there are, I don't think Jim Jordan, but people like Ron Santis, people are asking me to read on people like that, and I will. I'll include him. So maybe we do the three. Senator Cruz, Senator Hawley, and Ron Desantis, is it? Okay, he's the governor of Florida. All three have embraced wholeheartedly the former guy and the former guy's policies and agenda. The former guy gave his speech, and of course he didn't come right out and say, I'm running in 2024. I don't think he's got any interest in being president again. He doesn't want to do the work. He really doesn't. He wants the power but doesn't want to do the work. But he's going to dangle that out in front to continue the type of grifting that we have grown to see. And I won't say we've grown accustomed to it, because I certainly haven't. So through the Tarot of the New Visions, which gives us another way to look at this, which maybe I'll do some predictability. Let's see where they'll be in the future. But just having using our intuition to just look at it in a different way, so we don't get so weighed down by it, if that is indeed what is happening. I don't see a bright future for people like Ted Cruz. I really don't. The world changes, the world moves on, and this is old politics now. So let's have a look at, before we get started with the Tarot of the New Vision, let's take a look at some overarching energies, please. Right now, for March, please. Overarching energies. What do we need to know about? What do we need to focus on? What clarity do we need in March? What's coming up in March? What are the energies, please, for March? Okay. The Ghost Dance. The Ghost Dance. I think being aware of the unseen energies. There's something very, behind the veil about this card. The Ghost Dance. 22. Be aware of illusion, particularly when it comes to those around you. It's breaking through. It's a big theme, I think, for March. It's breaking through those illusions. We can get it. I won't say we can't. We can get it wrong. It's a bit like that Knight of Swords, that maybe we're looking for truth in the wrong places. Oh, by the way, I just want to thank everybody for, firstly, their support of the channel, but literally their support of the Princess Diana channel and the chakra reading on Andrew Yang. Both very positive, inspirational people that brought forward very concrete messages. This ghost dance is talking about not really being clear. Maybe that's why I've been drawn to do this reading on Cruz and Hawley. Let's see what's next. The Wild Woman, yeah. Again, looking at something in a different way, coming at it in a different way. It's not, if it's a way to heal, is to, there's that old saying, if you keep doing things the same way, expect the same results. You change something and then things start to change. I you know, in all my tribulations and victories in my life, I have to say I know that to be a truth. Do things in the same way, expect the same result. Change something, step outside the square, and something different will occur. And I think, you know, really it's about seeing the illusion not through the lens of fear, but through something else, coming at it a different way. And we've got the Sweat Lodge, yeah. There are things for us to see. And avoidance is not good. You know, if we're struggling with any sort of trauma, avoiding what is traumatizing us is not the right way. We have to come at it another way. We have to see through the illusion, and that dispels the fear. Because that is one thing that Saturn teaches us. Saturn was in Capricorn, the fear. The fear that we're going to lose everything. What happened? We got a pandemic. And our economy started to shrink. But we survived. We're surviving. We'll build back. Everything will be fine. We tighten our belt. We change. We do things a little bit differently. So Saturn also threatening our personal security. Capricorn, the earth sign. Saturn, you know, if I lose my money, which I have a high value on, then that's going to take something away from me because my identity is so bound up in that. Well, we've been forced to do things a different way. So these are the energies that are about, and it's exciting. It really is. That we have an opportunity to break through this illusion, and ultimately that, regardless of, how quickly you start to see it manifest, ultimately that leads to stronger systems, stronger government. Again, Saturn's not just all about fear. It's not all about, it's not, it's about strengthening structures as well, doing the work, because you have to do the work with Saturn, and it's in Aquarius now, which means we begin to start to step outside the squares. Okay, so the staff here, walking with inspiration, and the hummingbird, the change. Change can be quick and it can also be sometimes slow. We're going to see a quickening of things now. And we've got the sun and the tree of life. No, we're not going to have as challenging a year in 2021 as what we had in 2020. We were sort of forced into that change one way or another. Okay, let's get the Tarot of the New Visions and let's take a look at these opportunistic, some would say dangerous, opportunistic, seditious, some would call them seditious people. Okay, let's take a look. Let's just come at it a different way. We'll take Ted Cruz. Senator Ted Cruz from Texas. Senator Ted Cruz. I want to go to his future career, future in politics, future life, his future. Senator Ted Cruz. Very much an acolyte, throwing his lot in with the former guy. Very obviously, very ambitious. Senator Ted Cruz on the train. He jumped on that train, regardless of whether it, you know, it was a wreck at the end. They're still on it. They're still on it. What does that tell you? Do the same thing and get the same result. Tarot of the New Visions. All right. Show me what is the future for Senator Cruz, his career in politics. Show me Senator Cruz's career in politics. From whatever way that we're meant to look at it. Sorry, but he's got the Tower. Okay, now laughter also cuts through fear. So if you're feeling a bit fearful of these kind of characters, he's got the Tower card. And people in Texas are not going to forget. I think I did a reading on that, climate change reading on the storms in Texas. They're not going to forget easily where he was and what he was doing. Care factor, -0. Okay? The Tower. The Tower. He's got the Tower. And he's challenged, oh, perfect, by the 5 of Swords. It's interesting. He burned everything down. And the silly thing can't even see it. Okay, so this is an abuse of power. But he's destroying that which gave him the power. And that's why he's got the Tower card. Card. Tarot of the New Visions. He's destroying the very thing that gave him power. One would have to say that he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. All right. The foundation of the reading is the King of Cups. The King of Cups. But that King of Cups there, if I look at that, I'll bring the laptop down so you can see the cards. If I look at that King of Cups, we've got Noah's Ark there ready to come down upon this King of Cups. So even for politics, everywhere is going to, anyone who is not looking after the people is not going to do well in the future. Ted Cruz. So that's a message too for the Biden-Harris administration. You know, they need to be very mindful that they need to follow through with what they've promised. And generally they are. They are doing that. People will remember. That's the message here. Now we've got in the past position, we've got the 10 of Swords. Now that's interesting. In the past position. I'll show you that card. It's a little bit more graphic than normal. But we've got something here. It's a female coming. I know what that is alluding to. That is the storm. That is where he left people. And that's not going to be easily forgotten. Okay. Let's see what's in the sky. Our Knight of Swords. Yes. He's running off. The truth is going to catch up to him as well. But he's running in the wrong direction. What's going to happen, for example, when former guy is up and exposed? He's got several fairly serious legal actions coming his way. The Georgia Fulton County DA has already or is about to impanel a grand jury to look at his call to the Secretary of State. What happens? We've got Cy Vance getting hold of the former guy's tax returns. We've got Epstein, which I'll do a Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Her trial is yet to go ahead. Alan Weiselman, I said somebody's going to flip on the former guy. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be the Joker, Rudy Giuliani? And there's something very sinister about the Joker, isn't it? Isn't there? Or is it going to be Alan Weiselberg, the former guy's accountant? Where's Senator Cruz going to be when all of that happens? Is he going in the right direction is the question. With all his fervour or pretend fervour. I would say he's actually going in the wrong direction. The Knight of Wands. So I do like these cards. It's like a false passion. A false passion is kind of almost going into these camels. He's like appearing at CPAC and doing comedy routines that are falling flat. Well, he's a senator from Texas. Haven't they, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't they recovering from this major storm? What's he doing? It's like when you look at these cards, you see the bizarreness of it. Where is his future? Okay, I'm not going to pull any more because I know he's going in the right direction. The wrong direction. What is at the basis here? We've got the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords here. Moving on. This is at the basis. We've got the Victory card here, but the bird's been let out of the cage. Something has been set free. And we've got what's been set free? Russia, the Empress card. Somebody who has taken their eye off the ball, is not facing the children, and has her eye on something else. To me, that says Cruz is going in the wrong direction. In terms of his political career, he's going in the wrong direction. Let's pull just one clarifier on that Knight of Wands here. Show me this Knight of Wands. The Eight of Cups, loss. Walking away from what no longer serves you, but he seems to be walking the wrong way again. Okay, there's loss up ahead. Why is there loss up ahead? Because he's going in the wrong direction. Okay. All right. Senator Ted Cruz. Let's take a look at Hawley. I think out of all of them, he's the one that I find most obnoxious, he's just blatant opportunism there. Oh, for anyone who's wondering, no, this is not a former guy channel. Never has been, never will. When I pull political cards, I was glad to see the former guy defeated. So if you're here and you're listening to this, you might just want to go on your way. Okay. Hawley, Senator Hawley, supposedly his mentor said the former senator of Missouri, absolutely appalled at what he did over the objecting. He spoke at the rally, objecting to the Electoral College certifications in Parliament, in Congress. Show me Hawley. Show me Hawley. What's his future? Does Hawley have a future in politics? Ooh, I've got an iceberg. It's like it's falling down onto him. It's like drowning. What's that? The Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles. This person is supposed to be doing the work, and this person is he's getting other people to do his work for him. Whatever his job is in Missouri, like as to represent Missouri, he's not doing it. He's off doing other things. And this could be aides and staff, getting the business of being the senator done. He's not focused on that. He's not focused on that. He's focused on this trajectory that he thinks will bring him the presidency. Senator Josh Hawley, what's his future? Show me Senator Josh Hawley's future in politics. He's focused on winning. The Fool card. The Fool card is walking the wrong way. The Fool card can't even see the volcano here. No doubt about it, this Fool could walk and fall into the volcano. But it's a new start for him, and he's challenged by restriction. challenged by a restriction here, the 8 of Swords. So he has this new start. Something could restrict him in the future. What is that? It's almost going to stop his career. Okay, and that, you know, as I say, by the time we get to 2024, a lot will have happened, and it is going to restrict this new start that he thinks he's got. Now, we've got the 2 of Cups as the foundation, the deals that he's done to jump on that train with the former guy. Very much. It could also, I'm getting a pull to his, don't know much about his marriage, but that's coming through intuitively here. I don't know why. Now, in the past, he gets, surprise, surprise, the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords. He's looking back to see if anyone's going to catch him, and he's not looking here to see perhaps somebody coming down the road to catch him. That's in the past. All of these, I'm so glad I use these cards because all of them are showing just how vulnerable these people are, who, if they've broken the law, they're not going to see the law coming at them if they've broken the law. Okay, what's up in the sky here? Ooh, death. Scary stuff. He's chained himself, or he's following a no-win. Even though we think it is a win-win, even though we look on and our usual fears come to pass, and, you know, what if the former guy would get re-elected? No, it's not going anywhere. It's the end of something. It is the end of something. And this person's just bowling over this Hierophant-like character here. The Hierophant, of course, is the most powerful, one of the most powerful cards in the pack. But he doesn't even see that. So again, with all of these characters, I'm getting that they're not seeing the future straight. They're seeing it through rose-coloured glasses, through illusion. Look, this person's not just, you know, he can't even make a choice because his head is up in the clouds. Literally head up in the clouds. When we look at these other people watching on, it's like shock and horror. That's in the immediate future. His illusions are going to catch up with him. If he's sought to elude others, to bring forward an illusion, the illusion of the election, it's going to come back to bite him. It is absolutely going to come back to bite him. And we've got the 6 of Cups. Okay, so the 6 of Cups, the past. We've got the grandparents, the ghost dance that we pulled at the beginning of this reading. All is not as it appears. One more. Or not one more. The Ace of Wands. A new start. That's the environment. People want a new start. They don't want a repeat of the past. Okay. And this is the arrogance to think that a political strategy that followed on the heels of America's first African American or black president, the racism that followed that elected the former guy, is going to work just as well in a year or 2 or 3 or 4. No, people want new starts. People want new starts. There is an opportunity for the Biden-Harris administration, providing they do the right thing by the people. Someone like the former guy or his acolytes, because I don't think the former guy's going to run again. He won't tell anybody because he wants to keep the grift going. But I don't think he's going to be there in 2024. Hopes and fears for Hawley. This isn't a court. We can't say what he's guilty of. But according to these cards, which are for entertainment purposes only, in some way Hawley knew what was planned. or what might have transpired. And so did Cruz. They both have the Tower card. All right, what's in the outcome? Here's our 5 again. Many called them seditious. You make your own mind up. Something's burning down here through an abuse of power. And these people can't even see they're burning the thing down that gave them the power. Which tells me they're not going to be powerful in the future. The 8 of Wands. We're going to see results from this capital insurrection investigation. And the former guy, by the time we all finish with it, it's going to be very clear. And these people will have harnessed themselves to the wrong wagon. Okay, so we have the Knave of Wands again going in the wrong direction here, which is the overwhelming vibe I'm getting through these readings. This wasn't strength, worshipping false gods. This wasn't strength at all. She's about to be bitten on the foot by this poisonous snake. Snakes represent threats. They can represent fears. They can also represent shedding of new skins and new starts. So these are the energies that are permeating politics at this time. Okay, so I just want to take a look. Who else did I say? Jim Jordan. No, I don't even want to read on him. He's kind of a very weak character, isn't he? All right, let's... Ted Cruz. Okay. Ron DeSantis. Now, in the CPAC straw poll, 55%, these are... I don't even think CPAC is traditional conservatives anymore. I think it's like this right-wing loony fringe of the Republican Party, who in their arrogance can't see that people don't want this dysfunction. Let's take a look at DeSantis, Governor of Florida. Former guy got voted 55%, I think, and if he doesn't run, the Governor of Florida got the next best thing. Now, to me, he's like has walked straight out of a used car lot. This is really literally the way we've got to look at this. At the same time, not avoiding things and not taking our eye off the ball and not being complacent and continuing to do the work. Joining those democratic not-for-profit organisations, putting our energy into supporting politicians that do the right thing. Let's see Ron DeSantis. There's allegations now. He simply gave the vaccine, access to the vaccine for those who could pay the most money for it. DeSantis, show me what is his political future. He always strikes me as nervous. Somebody that thinks that maybe he's going to get caught. Ron DeSantis, what's his political future? The Knave of Swords. So we've got the spy in the camp. This is also some kind of truth coming forward as well. The Knave of Swords. A bit twisted. He's looking a little bit twisted. All right, let's see what the challenge is. Abuse of power. Something's coming out. They've got a whistleblower in Florida. Something's coming out about him in the future, which is not going to be good for his political career. Here he gets the Knight of Swords. He's well and truly on the bandwagon. Well and truly. But he's kind of moving away from the building burning, and these are running in a different direction. Like the others, he seems to be going in the wrong direction. Now, we've got the Ace of Wands, so he does enjoy a level of support from the fringe, and that makes it a little bit of a worry, because he's clearly somebody that abuses his power. But look, He's got the Ten of Swords. He's going to be the whistleblower, the leak here. Something's coming out about him, which will literally, I think, cause a downfall for him, a dark night of the soul. That's potentially, but look what we've got here. The Three of Swords. Three of Swords. These people are on the mountain in the rain. Events, if I had a crystal ball, which I do have, I would tell you, but by the time we get to the next election cycle, you're going to have all of these people exposed. And the Queen of Wands in the here and now. There's a woman here, I feel, that's going to come out and leak something about him. The Knave of Pentacles. It could have even happened to do with this money, this vaccine, because I mentioned that before I did this reading. Yeah, it's his ties to, okay, I know what it is. When he gave that vaccine out and people paid a pretty penny for it, he was also doing the former guy's bidding for the former guy's mates in Florida. And like Hawley, like Cruz, like the former guy, many readings that I do on him, justice readings show justice is coming. He gets the Tower card. Future's not looking too bright for Ron Desantis. Something's going to be leaked. All right, I'm going to leave that there, but it's good to just have a look at this time. What could happen to these people that supported so much corruption that may have even been involved? Who knows? We're not the judge and jury here. But all three of them pull very negative cards. Tarot of the New Vision. Another way to look at things, which I enjoyed. All right. Thank you for tuning in.